Now let's talk about the neuroscience of sex differences. Have you ever wondered if men and women's brain function differently? It's a question that has sparked curiosity and debate for ages, often leading us down a rabbit hole of stereotypes and misconceptions. You might have heard that men are naturally better at spatial tasks or women are more emotionally intelligent. But how much of this is rooted in science, and how much is just societal myth? Neuroscience, the study of nervous system, might just be the key to unraveling this mystery as well. Neuroscience might have some interesting answers for you. Let's delve into the fascinating world of the human brain, examining the structural variances of male and female brains. We commence our exploration with brain size. Typically, male brains are larger than females, on average, yet don't jump to conclusions and assume size equals intelligence. The matter isn't so straightforward. Larger doesn't always imply superior when we talk about brain power. It's all about the intricate web of connections between distinct regions of the brain and their concerted functionality. Next, let's consider the corpus callosum, a robust bundle of nerve fibers that enables the communication between brain's two hemispheres. Certain studies propose that in females the corpus callosum might be larger, fostering better communication between the hemispheres. This could potentially affect several cognitive abilities, such as multitasking and verbal communication. Now let's delve deeper into the brain, to the hypothalamus region. This tiny structure holds significant power over numerous vital functions, including hormone regulation and behavior. Research has identified variations in specific parts of the hypothalamus in men and women that could potentially shape behaviors and traits linked to sex and aggression. Our knowledge of the brain is perpetually growing. Current neuroscience stipulates that these differences aren't absolute, rather, they averages and their sample overall between male and female brains. Not all men have larger brains. Not all women possess larger corpus callosums, and hypothalamus doesn't function hypothetically in everyone. Moreover, the brain is a highly adapted organ undergoing changes in our development throughout our lives, molded by both our genes and experiences. Hence, while there could be structural disparities between male and female brains, these don't necessarily dictate our behaviors or our skills, so our brains are architecturally distinct, but that does influence their usage. Let's further our exploration in the upcoming scene. It's not about how our brain are built, but also how they work. When it comes to brain activity, there are fascinating differences between males and females. It's like two people using different tools to accomplish the same task. Both can get the job done, but they might go about it in unique ways. Take, for instance, the way we process language. Research suggests that men typically use one hemisphere of their brain, mostly the left, while women tend to use both hemispheres. This could potentially explain why some women might have a slight advantage in multitasking, or why some men might excel in tasks requiring more focus. Memory, another area where we see differences. Women usually have a stronger episodic memory. That is, they tend to remember life's events with more vivid detail. Men, on the other hand, often have a more accurate spatial memory, making them generally better at tasks like navigation. When it comes to emotions, the brain activity between two sexes also shows variance. Females often display a greater emotional response due to a higher level of activity in the limbic system, a part of the brain responsible for the emotions. This doesn't mean that men are less emotional, but rather they may process and express those emotions differently. And let's not forget about stress response. The male brain tends to react to stress by entering a fight or flight mode, while the female brain might respond by nurturing others and seeking social support, a pattern sometimes referred to as 10 and best friends. However, it is crucial to remember that these are general trends and there's a lot of individual variation. Not all men, not all women will fit perfectly into these patterns. These differences are not about determining which sex is superior or inferior. They are about understanding the diverse ways in which our brain function and how that diversity makes us human. They remind us that our brains, like us, are wonderfully unique and complex. While our brains might work differently, it's important to remember that these differences do not determine superiority or inferiority. So, Are men from Mars and women from Venus neurologically speaking? Well, we've delved into the fascinating world of brain structure and activity, and it's clear that there are some differences, but remember, these don't equate to better or worse. Just different recognizing these unique traits can pave the way for personalized medicine, tailored education, and a better understanding of ourselves. It's a complex tapestry of individual uniqueness. Remember, our brains are unique as we are.